Not for everyone. And I say that respectfully. No, it's a trade though, me goddamn. I can't say for everybody. That's okay. No, it's a trade though for me. It's not, and that's okay. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. And I say that respectfully. To the genuine ones with no malicious intentions, I truly hope all is well in your end. And I truly hope that you continue to find peace within, regardless to who gave up on you or overlooked you during your journey. You matter and you are worthy. My content is not for everyone. It's not, and that's okay. Because someone says you don't have potential, someone gave up on you or overlooked you during your journey, or someone blackmailed you against you, never give up on yourself, and I say that respectfully. Rejecting yourself only to realize that elevation brought you growth when it comes to your mental health. You wasn't trying to shortchange yourself another day, understanding your intuition that hold on 1 second. God truly gave you proper understanding. We may not pray the same, but who would have knew? You had to go within and understand your mental health. You're truly worthy of choosing you. Regardless who overlooked you or judged you at the end of the day, you couldn't shortchange yourself to them your light to see. Hold on 1 second. You were truly the blessing to yourself. They rejected you. Only to realize your vocabulary hits different when it comes to motivation. You acting your body weight after shoe size when it comes to maturing. Didn't matter about your tax break at the end of the day. How you understood you was truly the blessing to yourself when they overlooked you. They projected pain on you. They said that you were supposed to become your worst enemy, but God had better days ahead to show you that, hold on 1 second, God didn't allow you to become your worst enemy. My content is not for everyone, and I say that respectfully. Always be yourself with no misintentions. Healing, trauma, and pain is not a race or an overnight process, and I say that respectfully. What's going on, neighbor? Don't dim your light, neighbor. Don't dim your light. No, ain't a chance over me, goddamn it. Don't dim your goddamn light. No, for real, for real. It wasn't revenge that you was seeking when someone said they wanted to humble you that day, or because they wanted you to project the catch it case. They had to project spoke in a toxic way. Becoming your worst enemy now, you actually understood confidence that day the most healthiest way. You understood your mental health was truly worthy, understanding self-love. Hold on 1 second. Ball certain folks train it though when you believed in your faith. How God didn't mislead you another day. Hold on 1 second. Imagine not finding peace with them, but you didn't reject yourself because you wasn't thinking the way that you used to. The energy is different when you don't look at folks like competition because you truly wasn't the issue. Always be yourself, and I say that respectfully. What's going on, neighbor? Don't dim your light, neighbor. No, ain't a shade on me. Don't dim your goddamn light for no goddamn body. Oh! They said that you ain't got potential, but you wasn't part of their mission. It was one-sided when they was trying to sneak revenge. You know when someone put you in a vocabulary that you wasn't part of? Self-love looks different on you when it came to balance, acknowledging your worth that you truly was worthy. You got folks so bent out of shape they wanted you to project the case at the end of the day, all because, hold on 1 second, confidence which really made you, and God damn sure to make ugly. Because you actually went with and actually have a heart. Even days when you couldn't see, you need validation to be your authentic self, when you never look at your neighbor like competition. My vocabulary may not be the same from the average person, but I wasn't trying to offend, I just knew how to respect my neighbor. How folks would try to antagonize you to get you out of character, but you understood elevation. Now hold on 1 second. I wasn't trying to project another day. Always be yourself, and I say that respectfully. When someone says you don't have potential, never give up on yourself. And I say that respectfully. Loving yourself is not a crime. It's not. Misunderstood and loved by you, far from a hater, what about you? Misunderstood and judged by you, far from a hater, what about you? No, ain't a shade though. What the hell is wrong with people? You wanted me to deny me, but I was willing to choose me. I understood that, hold on 1 second, I truly had a purpose not to reject me, regardless of the know that love me, let alone respect me. I had to realize that, hold on 1 second, I was never in competition with the person I was laying with that day. I was never in competition with my neighbor when they projected all the hate. The animosity was one-sided, but I still knew how to respect my neighbor, not to project pain. I understood what I overcame. I ain't need validation for somebody that told me I need to be my authentic self. The energy is different when it comes to, hold on 1 second. I love myself, not the dim my light. I love myself, not the dim my light. That is different. I'm willing to treat myself right. I never thought I was better than anybody, but my vocabulary definitely, sure enough, hits different today. You know, maturing, you acting your body, but not the shoe size. They would never understand why you dim your light when it came to choosing yourself. When you choose a blessing, not to reject you, because God was really paying attention. My content is not for everybody, and I say that respectfully. They said, Joette Kenya Corner, you are nobody. They said, Joette Kenya Corner, you are nobody. But confidence looks different on you, neighbor, 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 neighbor. Hold on 1 second when you usually fall from a hater. That ain't just different. When you fall from a hater, don't run through your vein. They would never understand what elevation looks like up close in person. You wasn't doing it for fame. It actually had the meaning to go within. It actually mean, hold on 1 second. Footwork, hold on 1 second. I wasn't trying to lose my confidence because you wanted to distract me. Only was the hold on 1 second. I was willing to choose me because God showed up for me. You know, folks are projecting their bad habits on you, projecting spoken in the most toxic way when you're supposed to become your worst issue. But I wasn't trying to be a crash out, you big dummy. No, JW, always be yourself, and I say that respectfully. How folks would sit there and try to distract you, but God was really elevating you. That energy is different. You understood from point A to Z. I wasn't trying to get out of character. I understood self-control when it came to discipline that day. I knew how to take accountability for my actions. The energy is different. When I understood gravity that day, healing trauma and pain, it wasn't an overnight process, but I never was competing with my neighbor when he didn't see my worth. Matter of fact, they was behind closed doors trying to kick me down and see me frown, but God maintained my smile. Always be yourself when someone says you don't have potential. And I say that respectfully. It was the beauty within. Wow. Your vocabulary damn sure the head's different. You're unique in your own special way. You understood that you truly had potential when folks truly overlooked you. You're your biggest cheerleader when they kicked you down. They wanted to see you frown, but God maintained your smile. How your dreams truly did come true, allowing you to choose you not to overlook you. They would never understand the man and woman that you becoming today. Your vocabulary actually makes sense today. You act in your body weight when it comes to maturing. They would never understand how time truly healed you, understanding that, hold on 1 second, God truly allows you to understand that you was truly worthy to go within. My content is not for everyone. It's not. You have a beautiful smile. They would never understand time. They want to see you frown, but God didn't allow you to be. God did not allow you to be down. It be the train of thought for me how folks be wanting you to reject you because they wasn't willing to choose you because they look at you like competition when you was never the issue. My vocabulary may not be the same as the norm, but hold on 1 second, our hobbies damn sure ain't the same. But I still know how to respect my neighbor. I ain't have to project pain. You know, self-love looks different on everybody. But who would have known that you chose not to overlook you, love? That ain't just different. Putting that footwork in, God allows you to heal, love. You know, healing trauma and pain is not a race or an overnight process when it comes to choosing yourself. You know, regardless if someone is not meant to be part of your journey, the vocabulary means you stay in your lane to respect your neighbor. You ain't gotta have all the animosity. When someone's sweet for you, not for you, you ain't gotta have ill intentions psych about their free will. We all don't operate the same when it comes to overcoming pain, time and day, maturing. Always be yourself, and I say that respectfully. Love is real, love is one of a kind with the right one actually for you. It wasn't your typical norm, but hold on 1 second, someone actually was trying to keep it real with you, love. It wasn't a day that went by that someone actually meant what they said that day. Because the action spoke loud and words to value your time and day when they wasn't trying to catch a case. Imagine someone actually making sense into your life when it comes to common sense, being on the same page. Hold on 1 second, elevation. Someone bringing peace into your life, not to make you feel mentally unstable. That energy is different. Wow. You ever got lost in your words? But when the right person brings balance into your life, they truly show you why you're not delusional, why you wasn't overthinking, when the innocent person didn't have to get physical. You know, when you're past living your reality today, true love wasn't a mistake when it comes to your future, but God was really protecting you from when you overcame, understanding that, hold on 1 second, that's not your view today. You know, because true love is not complicated, and you damn sure wasn't delusional, because when you find the right person, they're not here to overlook you. Meeting you halfway wasn't mind games. Meeting you halfway wasn't trying to have the cake and eat it too when someone said they was here to be faithful to you. Even when someone got a speech problem or they got a delay when it come to life, someone actually knew how to value your time and they not to run game to do you wrong. Someone truly showed you why you came out your comfort zone and only for you to realize that, hold on 1 second, true love can last with the right person, showing you better days ahead. It wasn't an excuse. My content is not for everybody, and I say that respectfully. It's not. And that's all okay. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. They overlooked the fact that you truly had a heart that day. You wasn't doing it for likes and views that caused chaos and confusion to someone's life that day. You actually knew how to respect somebody even when you was going through a mental crisis in your life that day. Imagine overflowing the wrong cup for someone to walk into your life that was, hold on one second, I ain't trying to do you wrong another day. The energy is different. Imagine expressing yourself to all the wrong people, only for God to protect your mental health, or because you went within and actually pray to understand your existence, that God was really paying attention. God was tired of you being hurt. God was tired of seeing that you was truly down in the most unhealthiest way. God was tired of people verbally, physically, emotionally abusing you, doing stuff behind closed doors, and only realized, hold on one second, you actually knew how to communicate the goal within. They would never understand that self-growth, that when God truly protected your mental health, when it comes to your heart, God shows you that certain doors is closing your life for all the right reasons, and you're actually moving smarter. When you're passing them in your reality, they can't relate to the confidence you endure within you, that God showed you balance when it comes to understanding your worth, and God sent all the people that's truly for you to show you that you're truly worthy. Understanding this next chapter in your life, who would have knew that you didn't overlook you? My content is not for everyone, and I say that respectfully. Imagine overflowing all the wrong cups and you wasn't doing it for likes and views or cloud chasing, only to realize the hold on 1 second. You had to take a time to yourself. You had to take time for self, to self-reflect, to realize the hold on 1 second, I wasn't trying to reject me another day. I'm thanking God every single day for protecting me. I almost lost me. Certain folks don't understand my vocabulary. When it comes to self-love, I ain't have to have healing agendas. I ain't have to play with spoken in a toxic way. How folks tried to distract me, but I was willing still to choose me. I wasn't trying to overlook me because God allowed me to see my potential, to understand my faith while I stand before myself today. And it's just different. Because this type of stuff actually happens. Taking the opportunity to take a chance on life, coming out your comfort zone, you ain't do yourself wrong, only for God to treat you right. You had fake love rooting you on. They was trying to shortchange you, but God didn't do you wrong. God was truly showing you why you was truly worthy. You was on that empty stomach when they said, hold on 1 second, I don't give a fuck about you. But God truly shows you that, hold on 1 second. The right people walk into your life, they're going to truly respect you. They ain't going to have hate, jealousy, and envy within them. That ain't just different. Overflowing the right cup. Who would have knew that someone be capable of meeting you halfway, showing that you truly are worthy when your past can't relate. That ain't just different. You know when you a genuine person, you should truly have a good heart. And you're not doing it for likes and views or cloud chasing. Regardless of what you're going through in your journey, how you express yourself to the wrong person, only for them to have control and issues over the narrative at the end of the day to try to blackmail you against you. But there's days that you would never disrespect your neighbor. There's so much that you got on this person at the end of the day, regardless of who it is. But God was still protecting you, showing that, hold on 1 second. I'm going to send the right people into your life that's not going to do it for likes and views or cloud chasing. I'm not going to send people into your life to humble you. I'm going to send people into life to actually respect you with no malicious intention. The energy is different. When you understood balance when it comes to control, maturing, the energy is different. When you understand why you didn't reject yourself, because God shows you to hold on 1 second. You had enough pain. You endured enough when it came to your childhood. Understand to hold on 1 second. I'm not going to allow you to lose another day. Everybody's walk of life is not the same. It's not, because healing childhood trauma going into adulthood, it's not an overnight process. It's not. And when, doesn't matter who it is, when someone is truly for you, good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day, they see you, they hear you, and they respect you. They don't look at you like competition. They don't have jealousy, envy within them. The same way you pick up the phone, you good today? Did you eat today? I ain't here to disrespect you, talk about you like a bad habit. I ain't got to project that type of pain. How your future truly showed you better days ahead with the right people truly for you. They not trying to talk about you like a bad habit. They trying to motivate you. They ain't talking about your dirty business at the end of the day. In these streets, that energy is different. And especially when they not your enemy. It be the train of thought for me. How when you say you love somebody, they by your side, they not here to dim your light. It be the train of thought for me. My content is not for everybody. But when the right people walk into it, like to understand your vocabulary. One thing I don't do is run from my past. Because I'm not my worst enemy. And it's just different. Never feel wrong for speaking up for yourself when someone calls you a snitch. And especially when you're your biggest cheerleader. And especially when it takes a group of people to go up against one person. You're not wrong for speaking up for yourself. So never allow the outside world to tell you how to operate when someone is trying to go against you. Because any mother and father will hope that their child defends themselves, will hope that their child speak up for themselves. Because when the right people don't overlook you, they respect you and they hear you. And I say that respectfully because every community is truly not for you. In the right community that is truly for you, they would never energy harvest off your energy. They would never destiny swipe with you. They would never project spell going in a toxic way. They would never gang stalk you or hack your devices, good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. And I say that respectfully. When you have the definition of a friend in your life, regardless to if y'all stop talking or not, good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. And I say this respectfully. It's kind of funny how folks would disrespect you all day long. And then as soon as you speak up for yourself, they'll say, hold on one second, I'm falling back, you dead ass wrong. But it's kind of funny how folks was laughing at your pain this whole entire time, not one lie was told, and you didn't have to get physical. The disrespect was loud, but hold on one second. You still knew how to make someone smile on their worst day, to become their best self version of themselves, but they didn't want to see you elevate. You'd be so surprised how you got certain folks around you and you wasn't doing it for likes and views or cloud chasing while you stand before yourself today. You know when you one of those type of friends and you just show up for just because moments? And then certain individuals will throw it in your face, well, I didn't tell you to show up for me. When you a real friend, you show up good day, bad day, and misunderstanding day. In the most darkest times in somebody's life. When they're not even expecting you to show up. Because when you're a genuine friend, you don't do it for likes and views or cloud chasing. You don't do it to destroy someone's character. Regardless to what someone's upbringing is. If someone's been abandoned. If someone's been disrespected. If someone's been essayed. If someone's been in a mindset of dealing with discrimination. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. You know, respect's a two-way street. Just like a relationship or a marriage. When you show up for somebody, you decided to have a union with somebody. Respect's a two-way street. You wasn't trying to walk into that relationship to shortchange them or painting them out to be delusional. You wasn't trying to shortchange them, to disrespect them, to humiliate them because of the fact that you gained feelings for somebody. Everybody's walk of life ain't the same, but respect's a two-way street. It's funny how folks be playing with spellwork and hiding their hands, and then when you speak up for yourself, you dead ass wrong, but God had a better plan. How God was protecting your mental health, they would never understand why you didn't reject yourself another day when they try to look at you like competition when you was never their issue. It's sad and disgusting to see how it takes a whole community of people to go up against one person. They can discriminate against an innocent person all day long, and then as soon as that innocent person speaks up, now that person is dead ass wrong. That person's a snitch when the innocent person wasn't trying to catch a case. Now that person is this and that BITCH or whatever the case may be. When an innocent person wasn't even bothering nobody his whole entire time. All the lies they told on that innocent person. Now when someone is speaking up for themselves, they want somebody to shut up. They even try to get somebody robbed on something like they free will. All because of the fact that someone understood that, hold on one second, I'm talking with my chest. To understand that God is truly leading me when it comes to this conversation. Not for me to reject me, but for me to show up for me. Regardless who doesn't hear my voice, the right people will never overlook me. Never allow someone to make you feel like you have to live in fear, good day, bad day, misunderstanding when they try to blackmail you against you. And then you got people in the background playing with spellwork and a toxic way to see you frown, but God is really maintaining your smile. You matter and you're worthy. My content is not for everyone. It's not. Love is real. Love is one of a kind with the right one actually for you. Someone has self-control when it came to real love. Only for someone to truly keep it real with you, love. Someone wasn't trying to catch a case to reject you. That energy is different because someone truly was able to show up for you. Because actions spoke louder than words. You're past living your reality today. Imagine expressing to yourself to the right person, only for not to overlook those point of views that you said that day. You know what you've been through when it came to get past trauma and pain. The love of your life wasn't trying to run game. It was an even exchange. That hold on 1 second, be on the same page. When it come to comments, saying something that somebody had, to something that somebody truly didn't lack. Even when they get lost in their own words, they truly know how to bring you peace into your life. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And just because moments, the energy is different. Someone truly showing you it's okay to be emotionally available. Someone wasn't trying to disturb your peace because they were showing you better days ahead when it came to miracles. You know, because the blessing that came into your life, it wasn't the rejection, it was God's protection. Y'all may not pray the same, but who would have knew that the love of your life would be faithful to you the first time around that one lie was told because they didn't have to get physical? Someone truly showing you it's okay to love. Someone truly shows you it's okay to be emotionally available. Wow. You gained a lover, a business partner, a best friend, all in one. Everybody's walk of life ain't the same. You was actually the win for yourself when you least expected. When you was never part of competition. That is just different. Let alone playing mind games. But God allowed you to choose yourself, so you was the biggest win for yourself to understand that. Hold on 1 second. God opened certain doors in your life, not for you to reject you. God closed certain doors, showed you miracles. God gave you keys to access to loving you. Who would have knew? Confidence looks good on you. My content is not for everyone. True love is not complicated. It's not. And someone can truly walk into your life, not to dim your light. Someone can truly respect you the first time around to maintain your smile. Because true love is not supposed to hurt. My content is not for everyone, and that's okay. When God sends the right people into your life, they see you, they hear you, they respect you. They don't look at you like competition. They don't have hate in their vein. And I say this respectfully. They don't have to project spiritual in a toxic way. They don't have the energy harvest off your energy. They don't have the destiny swipe with you. And they don't have to gang stalk you or project spell in a toxic way or hack your devices. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. My content is not for everyone, and that's okay. But when the right people walk into your life, they don't have malicious intentions. Regardless to what they're going through in their journey, regardless to what storm that they overcoming, they respect you. Even days when they're having a good or a bad day, they know how to stay in their lane. They ain't got hate in their vein. They want you to become your best self, vision of yourself. To understand, hold on 1 second. There was better days with the right people that's truly for you. When someone says that you don't have potential, never reject you, never give up on you. Never allow someone to make you feel like you have to dim your light because someone didn't know how to respect you. And I say that respectfully. And it's sad and disgusting to see how it takes a group of people to go up against one person to blackmail an innocent person. To project spell work in a toxic way to take them like they free will or don't have them robbed. Or because folks lack self-control when it comes to discipline. And that innocent person didn't have to do anything to anybody that day. Jealousy and envy is real. You can acknowledge somebody to give them a compliment. And they be behind the scenes trying to destroy your character. They be behind the scenes, don't want you to elevate faster than yourself at the end of the day because they want you to dim your light because they said God ain't real. But this whole entire time, God's been keeping it real. Regardless of how much spell they throw at you, sending the evil out right to left, they trying to stop your finances when it comes to your stability. They trying to stop your unity when it comes to a relationship. They don't want you to be happy. But God maintains your smile, showing you that you truly are worthy. Because when the right people walk into your life, they're not going to see you frown. My content is not for everyone, and that's okay. Loving yourself is not a crime. Never give up on yourself because someone doesn't understand how you tie your shoe. And you ain't got malicious intentions and you damn sure don't look at your neighbor like competition because you was never competing. How folks would try to antagonize you out of you being your authentic self. They sit here, take notes to disrespect you, allow to see you frown, talking about they want to humble you, all because you wasn't willing to reject you. Never dim your light, and I say that respectfully. Loving yourself is not a crime. It's not. Everybody's walk of life is not the same. It's not. Love is real, love is one of a kind, what the right one actually feel. Imagine walking into someone's life you didn't have hate in your vein, only for the love of your life not to project pain. It was an even exchange because it wasn't mind games. Who would have known that someone brought peace into your life, not to overlook you? It was an even exchange Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Someone wasn't trying to have their cake and eat it too, because someone truly was being faithful to you. And not one lie was told. They not to put their hands on you. No, I ain't changed over. I gotta go. Always be yourself, but know my last intentions. I'm not agent of respect. Never give up on yourself because someone says you don't have potential. Because when the right people walk into your life, they see you, they hear you, and they respect you. And just because someone says you don't have potential, you'll be surprised the right person or the right people will walk into your life and see your potential. It may not be the norm to certain folks, but you ain't have to do folks wrong and respect your neighbor at the end of the day. It be the train of thought for me. When you fall from the hate, they didn't have jealousy and envy within you. Fall from miserable, they would never understand how you was paying attention to go within and understand your faith. You mad and you worthy. Regardless, they try to blackmail you, shadow ban you right to left. They try to dim your light to humble you. Regardless, who's showing you that, hold on 1 second, you was still worthy of loving you. They try to get you locked up, put you in the cycle, or blackmail you, lie on your name, to disrespect you, dig up your past and try to humiliate you. But you truly understood it, what God's protection, what God's rejection looks like up close in person, when God allows you to see that you were truly the gift of yourself, and they was never supposed to understand God's plan when it comes to God's remedy. You just knew how to respect your neighbor. Always be yourself, and I say that respectfully. Never give up on yourself because someone gave up on you or overlooked you during your journey. You matter and you are worthy. I am Naya, genuine love, respect, and my content is not for everyone, and that's okay. But loving yourself is not a crime. Because someone has insecurity or a lack of confidence, that does not mean stop having a good heart. Because someone looks at you like competition, or someone looks at you like a threat, or someone doesn't want you to elevate faster than yourself, or whatever the case may be, because they have to gather up in groups and they disrespect you and they do all this weird stuff in the background, but you still know how to show for your neighbor, respect them, good day, bad day, misunderstanding day, and they didn't want you to understand your plan. Self-love is misunderstood by folks that don't know how to respect you. Always be yourself. It's never that you ever thought that you was better than anybody. You just understood elevation. It looks different on everybody. You was acting mature, didn't matter your tax bracket. Who would have knew that God didn't overlook you? You was acting your body weight, not your shoe size. How God slowly shows not to dim your light. Always be yourself, and I say that respectfully. My content is not for everyone, and that's okay. When it comes to healing trauma and pain, it's not a race or a competition. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. And I say that respectfully. It's not a crime to be authentic. And certain folks would disrespect you, but they would sit there and take notes, talking about they on their way to the bank, but they would never put respect on your name. They would try to humiliate you behind closed doors, try and discredit your character. They would try to discredit your creativity and try to humble you, to disrespect you out loud, to see you down. But when God balances your mental health, they would never understand that, hold on 1 second, we're not the same because I ain't got hate in my vein. The energy is different because they didn't want to put respect on your name. You can motivate somebody not trying hard. You can respect somebody all day long and only for them to do you wrong. They can invite you to their table, try to shortchange you when it comes to self-love. But hold on 1 second, God truly showed you healthy love. That unconditional love truly will bring someone sight and day truly unstable. So they look at you like competition when you was never competing. So they gotta project spoke in a toxic way when you was never seeking revenge because God showed you better days. The energy is different when you put it in God's hands. They would never understand why you shortchange yourself because God said, hold on 1 second. I know how to respect my neighbor. If you're not for me, stay in your lane. It be the train of thought for me. Overcoming pain. Always be yourself. Never feel wrong for speaking up for yourself because someone says you slow, stupid, and retarded. You ain't got potential. How someone will be so motivated by you and be inspired by you, but they will never put respect on your name. But that does not mean stop being yourself, regardless to who's rooting for you or not. And I say that respectfully. It's sad, but at the same time too, don't allow someone to disrespect you, make you feel like you got to be a crash out when they behind the scenes trying to destroy you. The energy is different when it comes to your reality. They will never understand your growth. Hold on 1 second. You ain't have to play with store work in a toxic way. When they try to antagonize you, go and take for tat. We ain't the same, neighbor. Stay in your lane. No, AJ, don't be yourself with no molestations. Always be yourself with no molestations, and I say that respectfully. I'm not your genuine respect, and my content is not for everyone. It's not. Have a safe day, evening, weekend. You mad and you're worthy. Loving yourself is not a crime, and I say that respectfully. When it comes to my creativity, I work alone, and I always have, regardless who try to blackmail me, lie on my name, try to destroy my character. Hold on one second. I wasn't doing it for your fame. I wasn't doing it for your validation. I wasn't trying to fin at the end. They just knew how to respect my neighbor. When you had hidden agendas, try to get me locked up, put me in a psych board. But God truly showed me at the end of the day who my enemy truly was, and I ain't have to do you wrong. Always be yourself. When the right community is truly for you, they see you, they hear you, and they respect you. Good day, bad day, and misunderstanding. And I say that respectfully. My content is not for everyone, and that's okay. I'm about to wrap this video up. Today is currently May 24th, 2025. It is currently 4:19 p.m. If someone says you don't have potential, do not ever give up on yourself. Even when they sit there and disrespect you, talking about they on the way to the bank with your creativity, and then try to paint you out to be the villain in their story. Trying to take your creativity that God endured within you. Or they try to blackmail you when it comes to your past. Trying to humiliate you doing rituals. But God saw what they was doing behind closed doors, and you have to get physical. How they try to pay this person, pay that person to antagonize you to get you out of character. But you always remain the same when it comes to being humble. The energy is there. We all don't operate the same. Even was on an empty stomach. You wasn't doing it for likes and views or cloud chasing. They would never understand growth when it comes to, hold on one second, I was never in competition with my neighbor. I just understood respect my neighbor and stay in my lane. Always be yourself, and I say that respectfully. If someone is not for you, you just want them to find peace within their own lane. We all not the same. I ain't got hate in my vein, neighbor. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. Respects up, hates down, respects up, hates down. Hold on one second, neighbor. Far from my hater, neighbor. Far from my hater, neighbor. What's understood don't need to be explained. I ain't got hidden agenda to see my neighbor with pain. That is just different. I ain't gotta project spoke in a toxic way. We all don't operate the same. I ain't gotta pick up a phone to call this warlock or call that witch at the end of the day to short change when it comes to your mental health. We all don't operate the same, but goddamn neighbor, you dealing with pain time and day. I hope you find yourself to better yourself, but just stay in your lane with your negative energy, with the hate and jealousy and envy. I was never in competition with you. It be the train of thought for me. Regardless if you got a speech problem, or if you got a lust problem, or if you have a disability problem, never allow someone to make you feel like you're wrong for choosing you. Practice makes perfect, being patient with time and day. You knew how to respect your neighbor regardless of the amount. Hold on one second. You wasn't doing it for likes and views. They wouldn't understand. Hold on one second. God truly was shining a light on you. We may not pray the same, but I still know how to respect my neighbor. Always be yourself. And I say that respectfully. When the right people walk into your life, they don't look at you like competition. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. And I say that respectfully. And I say this respectfully. When you dismiss your past from out of your life, it should be no reason, regardless to your culture, your religion, your sexual orientation, your disability, or your age. Someone should be trying to rob you mentally, physically, emotionally, or verbally out of your self-love for yourself. And I say that respectfully. You dismiss yourself out of somebody's life. You didn't have to be disrespectful, but they didn't know how to treat you right. They project to a community that you was somebody you truly wasn't, all because they had ill intentions because of the fact that, hold on one second, you truly have potential. And that's what happens sometimes. Folks will be jealous of the fact that you can do for yourself. You can create the goal within. Certain folks don't want you to elevate faster than them. Certain folks probably had jealousy and hate and envy this whole entire time within them. But God didn't reject you because God was maintaining your smile. They wanted you to be down. They threw spoke in a toxic way, but you continue to elevate, overriding what they projected on you. But God saw what they was doing behind closed doors, and you was far from a fool. They said that you're slow, stupid, and retarded. But hold on one second. Nothing was slow about you. Dealing with depression, anxiety, PTSD. Who don't deal with that every single day? Only the rest of hold on 1 second. Everybody's balance ain't the same. But I still not respect my neighbor, regardless of your pain. No mother and father should have to worry about their child going from point A to Z, and from somebody because they told somebody they dismissed somebody out of their child's that person dismissed somebody out of their life. No mother and father should have to worry about their child going from point A to Z from somebody trying to rob them or something like they free will or they free will their mental health. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day, and I say that respectfully, or the self-love for themselves. Because not everybody's mother and father cares about them, but there's always somebody that cares about somebody, regardless to who it is. And I say that respectfully. It may not be a family member, it's always somebody that cares about somebody somewhere. And I say that respectfully with no malicious intentions. We all don't operate the same. Leave innocent people alone. Respects up, hates down, respects up, hates down. Stop the violence, neighbor, stop the violence. It's the train of thought for me. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. Never look at my neighbor like competition. I'm not aging on respect, and my content is not for everybody. Thank you for your time. When it comes to my creativity, I work alone, and I always did. There's no third party when it comes to my creativity, and I say that respectfully. Regardless who try to blackmail me or lie on my name, act like they had a conversation with me, only disrespect me. Nobody took part in none of my creativity. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding, and I say that respectfully. Folks be trying to humble you to disrespect you. They be sitting there watching you when you have to get physical. They wanted you to call their name out so bad, but hold on 1 second. You put it in your heavenly mother God's hands at the end of the day, and they took over the will. They say God ain't real, but hold on 1 second. God still allows you to maintain your smile regardless who wasn't rooting for you. Always be yourself. When you fall for mad, they would never understand it. Hold on 1 second. Self-love can truly last. They wanted you to be a crash out so bad, but you wasn't trying to dim your light because God was showing you balance when it comes to acknowledging your worth, that you truly are worthy. You wasn't doing it for likes and views or cloud chasing. You man in your word, they don't give up on you. I'm not aging your respect. Always be yourself. And I say that respectfully. You know, when you motivate somebody or inspire somebody, because it's you, they have hate in their vein, they have jealousy and envy within them. They would never put respect on your name. They probably told you about you so bad, they can't actually show up for you at the end of the day because of all the amount of things that they're behind closed doors. They don't want to look like, oh, I don't know, it's checked over me. You know, when you talk about somebody so bad behind closed doors, certain individuals don't know how to face their reality when it comes to take accountability. Being a man and a woman, you know, it'd be trained off for me, but we all don't operate the same because I don't work for my past. Gotta go. Have a good day. Misunderstood and loved by you, far from a hater. What about you? Misunderstood and judged by you, far from a hater. What about you? Misunderstood and loved by you, far from a hater. What about you? Peace and respect your neighbor. Stop the violence. She man of your word, don't damn your light. Go neighbor, don't damn your light. You are beautiful and you are handsome, regardless to who gave up on you or overlooked you during your journey. Healing, trauma, and pain is not a race or an overnight process, and I say that respectfully. My content is not for everyone. Don't give up on you because someone gave up on you or overlooked you during your journey. You matter and you are worthy. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect. Thank you for your time. Have a good day.